back in the 1920s, guys. United States, all the immigrant ships from different regions like Poland, it's Italian, whatever, Jewish, visited the United States with hopes of the American dream. Okay, we're talking 100 to 200 years ago. Now, naturally, right, they were separate from each other, right, because they were separate from each other in Europe, so they were here too. Now, there's one interesting fact about the United States. Obviously, the population of black and half black people, right? Hair that grows to the heavens, right? Big hands, wide shoulders, acuity. You can talk to women. You can jump up and grab a 10-foot basketball rim. You can clap on beat. It is a different race of people that requires a team effort for opposition. Whenever that they realized that, whether it be the 1930s or 1940s, they decided to work together, okay, and call themselves white people. Fast forward to modern day, okay, we have new sets of immigrants: Indians, Asians, Hispanics, and Arabs. And this is a recent phenomenon within the past 6-7 years since the pandemic. They are, at this point in modern day, they are honorary white people. You say, well, Gary, you're lighter than an Indian. You're lighter than a Hispanic and an Asian. You're right. My skin is light. My hair grows to the heavens, okay? Can jump off 2 feet and touch a basketball rim, can talk to women, can clap on beat, can do everything that humanity requires, okay? Every other race is deficient in some aspect. And now some some high school dropout's gonna be like, well, we know a good elite white guy. It's like, yeah, you know one, right? JJ Redick, Justin Timberlake, you know one, okay? You might meet one around your local town that you live in, right? How many deliberate and decent white people in adulthood do you meet per year? Is it 6 in the United States? Or this is the United States. Is it 16? Maybe you have a good year and you meet 16 decent white people. Wow, that's great. They're 60% of the population, right? So there's always going to be an exception, right? In fact, they're in my family. There's lions in my family. They are Germanic and they are lions. Okay, they own businesses, they're educators. Okay, my friends are, well, let's say school buddies. They're millionaires now, right? They're lions, right? Now it's few of them, okay? Very few were or are my good friends. Okay, 0 now in adulthood, which is fine. That's part of being an adult male. To circle the wagon, the white race has absorbed the Hispanics that think that they are white, Arabs think that they're white, and then, let's be honest, Indians and Asians are in there too, right? We have 4 separate factions of demographics that are functioning as honorary white people in the United States, and it is so recent. It is a new development in American history, and it's happening before our eyes, okay? Now, is that to say that black people work together and mixed people are just the best of friends and we all have one united goal? Hell no. Like what teamwork? In what world do black or mixed, whatever have you, people work together? In what world would that even happen? Okay, black and mixed people work against each other, okay? And that's fine, okay? Fine to acknowledge, we should say. It's fine to acknowledge, okay, that it is in fact happening. 2 things can be true at the same time, okay? There can be a group effort of all the other sub-races and demographics against black and mixed people, while black and mixed people are going at each other for the opportunity to subordinate to the nearest white person. It's wild. It's wild. Like, A black or mixed person will do anything outside of slap their own mom, okay? Anything within reason for $100, okay? This is 2026. Anything within reason for $100. You can get a black or mixed person to do, an adult, for $100, okay? That is true, all right? So, again, two things can be true at the same time. Would a black or mixed person fight me for the opportunity? Yes. They'll fight. They'll fight each other. We fight each other for the opportunity to subordinate to the nearest white person. Okay? It's been 400 years. What's wild to me is that people only process it after the fact. Like, where were people when Martin Luther King was talking his talk? Malcolm X was talking his talk. Where was everybody? Did they agree with him or did they push back on him? Other black and mixed people. Okay? To circle the wagon. Again, thanks for listening. But it is happening 100 years later, the newest version. Okay? Italians probably used to fight. Now, this is speculation, but Italians and Polish and Jewish, and they probably used to fight each other back in New York City, back in DC. They probably used to fight each other until they realized that who they needed to work together against in order to breed, in order to succeed, and in order to make industry. Let's be honest. It's reoccurring right now as we speak. The amount of passive aggression, the amount of passive aggression and insidious nature demonstrated by the four subgroups, right? They have adopted Germanic behavior. They have adopted it, you guys. Bro, a 5'4" Asian will come up and just cough like right at you, just like a white man would, right? An Indian will brush up against your ass. A dude, he'll brush up against your ass just like a middle-aged white woman would in public. This is all in public. It's all passive aggression. It's all a part of sadism. They'll do it smiling. We are in maybe, this is speculation, but maybe the most sadistic era of American history, okay? That's different than worst. Those are different words. Worst and sadistic, those are different words. But we are in the, speculating, the most sadistic era or generation of American history. Which leads us into our next point, okay? Google has made generations propaganda. Google has made generations propaganda, okay? The war started in 1939. If you do the math, you guys, and assuming that a generation is 20 years, Gen Z only ended like 7 years ago. Why are people trying to push Gen Alpha, right? Those kids are 6 years old. Those kids are in the first grade. Why are people trying to push that? Like, let a generation unfold. It's 20 years long, okay? Stop being so horny for a new generation to start, okay? An era is 15 years. That's an era. A decade is 10. A decade is 10, an era is 15, and a generation is 20. You got to be old enough to breed and start a family. A generation is 20 years, okay? Now, we appreciate Google, but they're just wrong. They're just wrong about the generations. Do the math from 1939 on up through today, okay? Michael Jordan is Gen X, you guys. Michael Jackson is Gen X. Those are Gen X. Google would have you believe they're baby boomers. You think Michael Jordan's a baby boomer flying through the air? Like, even his Jumpman signal looks like an X. Like, he's Gen X, Mariah Carey, Madonna. That's Gen X, you guys. Okay? Everyone younger than Kobe is a millennial. Okay? Stop being horny for new generations to start. It's just propaganda. All the the kids that are like 4 and 5, that's Gen Alpha, okay? Gen Alpha are literally first grade at the oldest, okay? Gen Z started in 2000. It ended in 2020. Like, let's be real. Let's be accurate. Which does in fact lead into our next point. Okay, trying to leave the United States. People do a lot of trash talk, warranted trash talk, and okay, warranted, yeah. And so, as a migrant worker, we have the opportunity to leave, teaching English abroad. The American Messiah, teaching abroad. Okay, it was our occupation before fame, and if we ship out this weekend, it'll be our occupation during fame, right? Still, as it was back in Colombia, in 2018. Okay, now we had a Zoom. Zoom is trash, bro. We talked to a person from the Soviet bloc to go to their nation and teach English. Okay. Zoom is trash. Zoom is trash. How does everything work besides Zoom? Okay, Facebook Live works. YouTube Live, Instagram Live, FaceTime. How does it all work with 99% proficiency? But all of a sudden you get on Zoom and you got to download something. The video never comes on automatically. Okay? Like, Zoom is the biggest bullshit. Like, bro, my video would refuse to turn on without downloading or updating my laptop. It's like, it's the internet. You tap the link. It's the internet. Why does it require hardware? Why does it require hardware? That's what the internet's for. It's to replace hardware, so to speak, in most cases. Zoom is fucking trash. Ruined my damn interview, bro. Trying to leave this damn country. The video refused to turn on Zoom, man. Fuck Zoom, bro. God. YouTube Live works every time. Instagram Live every time. Facebook Live every time. Shit is ridiculous. But it does lead into our next point. It leads into our next point, guys. Over the years, G. John's Folklore, 12 plus years, okay? We've been slandered, right? Either by locals, usually, local haters, for the most part, generalizing. Local haters, or maybe in some cases, American podcast hosts, or people that run American internet platforms, okay? Jack Wagner, Andrew Ballahan, okay, etc. Guys, if you're gonna slander the American Messiah, if you're going to slander the Phoenix, Real Nigga 5000, the Work Talker, the Southridge God, if you're gonna slander Johns, use some nouns, okay? We talked about this on a live recently. Use some nouns. Like, how is all of your slander adjectives and verbs? Went harassing, and yeah, like, how is it all adjectives and verbs? Use a noun. Use a noun when you're trying to slander and obviously lie, in most cases, about the Messiah. Use a noun. Say something specific one time. Goodness gracious. My own family said, you're possessed. You're possessed. Possessed? The Phoenix is possessed? The American Messiah is demon possessed? Like, where did that even come from? But that's where we're at in the stage of fame. We'll be back for more monologues. Thanks for listening, guys.